Tracey here from Uniquely Creative. Today we are going to talk about quilling. These cute little quilling kits are available on our website and they are included in our July Creative Kit. So in this kit you get a number of things. You get a slotted quilling tool, which is this one here. You get the pointy quilling tool. You get some little tweezers. You get the quilling template, a little glue dish, and 2 packets of quilling strips. We've got our 3mm ones and our 10mm ones. Okay, so I'm going to take you through some basic quilling steps today to show you how to get started if you've never done it before. There is hundreds of ideas on Pinterest. There is hundreds of videos on YouTube. So after this one, you watch it. There'll be more pop up, so watch them. Okay, so today I'm going to start with what we're going to do with the 10mm quilling strips, and that is we're going to make some cute little daisy flowers. These also remind me of like the centers of gum blossoms. They are very beautiful and they are super easy to make. So first thing we're going to do is make one of those, and then I'm going to take you through how to do some other quilling with the 3mm ones. Okay, so I've just taken one of the strips. These are really long quilling strips. So this one here was made with a full quilling strip, and these two were made with it cut in half, okay? So I'm gonna fold it in half, fold it in half again, and fold it in half again, okay? If this is your first time, I highly recommend you just grab yourself your little ruler on your quilling tool thingy here, and just near the edge, just draw yourself a little line. Guys, can you see that? I've just drawn a little line on there because that's where I know I'm going to cut down to. Get your super sharp fussy cutting scissors, start in the corner one and cut that down. Basically what we're then going to do is very carefully going to cut down to that line, creating a little fringed strip. So see how I've got the little fringes in there? Okay, I'm going to just do that. I'm going to do this in real time so you can see how long it takes me. All the way to the end of my strip. Now my strip is going to move along, that's fine. I'm just going to keep moving my fingers and I'm going to just keep cutting along. Okay, trying to keep them all about the same size, but hey, nature, nothing is perfect. So neither is my quilled flowers. Alright, so I'm about halfway along my strip now with all my little fringes, and I've got this much to go. At this point, I am just going to put my scissors in and snip down the spines, like that. Hold it in place, and I'm just going to keep going all the way to the end. I'm going to make a big one, like a full quilled flower, but I almost feel like the big ones are too full. You're better off getting more bang for your buck, cutting this in half when it's finished and making 2. But I just want to show you. Okay, I'm just going to fold that out because that's done, and I'm going to keep going all the way to the end. Yeah, so I'll say I feel like getting 2 is good. Getting 1 is great. It's really full and fluffy, but you might just need 1 of them and 2 of the others. Very carefully open out your fringe strip. Okay, so what I was saying before was I literally cut this in half, and that's the size of these little guys, and then the full one is this big one, which is the one we're going to make. Just going to rest that down there. Got my 3mm strips here, and I'm just going to use my scissors, and I'm going to cut myself a little bit of black because I want black, and a little bit of yellow for the center. I use a lighter color yellow. The other ones I used a really bright yellow. This one I'm going to use a lighter yellow. So I'm just going to cut myself some yellow for the center. Glue. The best type of glue to use is a white glue, like your Aquadeer type glue. Your white glue in your little tray, and then you're going to use a toothpick. Well, this is a skewer I've just cut down. Okay. If you're using the white glue, add just the tiniest little drop of water and mix it up so it's quite watery. I don't have any white glue, so I'm just using some of this glue here. I don't want to use my 450, it's just too tacky. So I'm going to pick up a little bit of the glue and I'm going to go a little bit on there, black first. And then I'm going to go a little bit of yellow next. Okay, if I was using the Aquadia white type glue, I'd be able to pick that up now, but I need to give it a little minute to dry. Putting the yellow and the black gives it, see how it's got the little black ring inside the little cord flowers? Okay. All right, we're gonna hope that that is dry enough. Now I'm going to get my slotted quilling tool. This tool just has a little slot in it. If you do a lot of this as you get going, you'll just be able to fill the slot. You won't even need to look to slot it in. So you slot it in and then you roll it up. Putting a little bit of pressure on it, but not too much pressure, because we don't want it to tear and we don't want our glue bits to come undone. And we're gonna roll, 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 roll. Once we get to the end, we're just gonna make sure it's all nice and flat. And you know how I said you don't want to pull it too tight because your glue's not dry? Yeah, that's just what happened to me. But that's okay. I'm just gonna put it back on and keep going, just so you can actually see that that sometimes happens. Okay, so now I'm just gonna roll it on my quilling tool all the way to the end. Putting a little bit of pressure on it, but not too much, because if you put too much pressure, it will just tear. So I could end it here at the halfway point, and that would have a decent sized one, but we're gonna go all the way to the end on this one. We're gonna make a big one. On. And see how I'm just stopping? Just stopping to tighten it up. Okay, now I am going to slide the quilling tool off. I'm going to get some more glue on my toothpick and I'm going to glue it down. I'm just going to hold that for a second, waiting for the glue to dry. I'm going to use the end of my quilling tool they're both rounded a little bit. I'm just going to use this end. Actually, I'm going to use my pokey tool just to pull out all of the quills from the center. And then I'm going to get my quilling tool into the center like that, and that will help push it out and fluff it out. Using all of these to fluff. Lost it. Okay, so there's one little daisy done. Put them with my other little guys, they look great. I made these leaves. Let me show you very quickly how I made those leaves. So you're gonna choose a green that you like. I might go the dark green this time on my 10 mil. And I'm just gonna fold it in half and snip it off, okay? Then, because I'm gonna make two leaves at once here, I'm just gonna fold it in half down the center, and I'm going to cut like a leaf shape. A short leaf, a long leaf, probably get two out of that lot. So I've got my little leaf shape here, and now I'm just gonna cut in some little slot like this. So when I open this up, there you go, you can see I've got two cute little leaves to go with my cute little flower. Okay, so we'll make this into a card when I'm finished. So I'll just put that aside because I'll need some of that green afterwards. All right, 3 mil quilling, which is some of the traditional quilling you might have seen. I have made a whole bunch of quills. Let me show you how I do this. I've got my template here. I've got my 3 mil strip here. I am going to fold this in half, and I'm going to cut it in half because it's too long how it is. Okay, so I've got it here. I've got it, cut it in half. Okay, I'm now going to get my slotted quilling tool. I'm gonna slot it in, just so I feel it slotted in, and I'm gonna roll it on to my slotted quilling tool, just giving it a little bit of tension as I pull it. Okay, when I get to the end, I'm gonna roll it off, and I'm using my template here on number 13. I'm gonna sit it in there, I'm gonna let it ping out. Don't wanna give it too much tension, otherwise it won't ping out to the full size of my other little guys here. Leaving it in the quilling thingy, I'm just going to put a little bit of glue on there. Grab my tweezers, and I'm going to use it to hold it till it dries. Okay. So I'm going to make teardrop shapes with these ones. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pinch just one section. So I've got these little teardrop shapes. Okay. So I've going to make my little teardrop shapes. To make my flower petals. Very cute. I can make another one and make them all tight all the way around. In fact, I might make another couple in a second. Another shape you can make, I'll show you with this one. It's just a spare one. I can pinch both ends and see how I've got another shape, and you can make beautiful little flowers with this shape as well. So that's how you get your different shapes. So I'm just going to make 2 more out of this one, and I'm going to make a center, and I'm going to show you how we're going to glue it into a flower. All right, so I've just zoomed out a little bit again. I'm going to start to assemble some of my flowers on here so we can make a bit of a picture without quilling, so that I can build this flower up that we just made and work out what colour centre I want and whereabouts it's going to go. Right, I think we might give it a pink centre. So I've got some pink, and I'm just going to roll it on the quilling tool till I get the size centre that I'm thinking I might like on here. We'll just go with one colour centre. It's a good colour, it's a good size. Some glue on. I'm going to dip it in my little glue tray. There we go. Okay, so I'm going to add some more glue to my glue tray so that I can start gluing these down. So we've got our first little quill flower down on the front of this card base, and we're going to make some leaves and things coming off them. I'm going to find a nice, I might do this one, a light green. Okay, so I've got some of my green quilling here, and I want to make a little thing to come off it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start quilling it, rolling it, and then I'm going to stop. Let it roll out, and I'm going to quill the rest of it with my fingers. That's cute. I'm going to make another little one to come off the other edge. tricky. All right, so I'm gonna glue them down. I don't like that one, so I'm gonna do that one again. Got a little bit clunky. Okay, so I'm going to use my tweezers to put a little bit of glue on the end bit and just run it along the edge like this. Okay, now, oh, it's going there because that's where I dropped it. Same with this little guy. On the edge. Okay. This one that I had here that I didn't love, I'm going to put them, roll it into just a little ball. Using my tweezers, and I'll let that close. I don't want it too big, but this, I'm going to make this a little quilled leaf, I should say, out of this. There we go. So we've got that much of our quilt card done. We're now going to put some dark green. Okay, so I've got some of the dark green here. I'm going to cut myself some little strips with it because we're going to work out how and where we're going to place some of these ones. I think we might make a little cluster here and have some things coming off. So let's do that. Let's place. Three little cute flowers here, and we're going to make some different leaf shapes this time. I'm gonna pinch the end a little bit, but not too much. Okay, so see that little leaf cluster we've made with the paper? Looking very cute. I'm going to make another one of these little guys next. Okay, gonna put. Oh, I nearly dropped it. Tiny little bit on there. This little scrap here. I'm just gonna roll him up and stick him on. obviously we need some decent pretty patterns and things over here, so we might do a mix of what we just did. So I'm going to fold this one, and then I'm going to go around the outside, so we've got a double looper, a little bit bigger, like that. Just glue these guys. If I had the right glue, this would be working so much better because the glue dries instantly, but who knows where all our white glue is in this house. Probably where all the scissors are, and all the rubbers and all the sharpeners. Back in the day when I used to quill a lot, I used to make my own little quilling strips. I would just cut them. I'd buy those pad blocks, like little kids' construction paper blocks, and just trim them down into my own strips, 5mm strips, 3mm strips, whatever I wanted to. That would be awesome. Okay, it's starting to take shape. I'm just gonna keep making more foliage and little pieces just to fill in all of those outside bits. And then we will be all done. So I hope you guys are feeling a little bit braver about trying quilling. I find it really relaxing. It is a little bit fiddly, and I know some of you guys are gonna go, nope, that's not my craft. Just like when we do mixed media stuff, some people go, no, not for me. But it is a really old craft. It's been around for years and years and years, but it'll be new to some people who would have never seen it before. And it's just great to try. Do you know where I learnt quilling? I learnt quilling on a cruise ship years and years ago. Went to a class on like day one of the cruise, fell in love with it, and Peter would come with me every day to the quilling classes because he's a good man. And we just loved it. It was so much fun. So I just changed my mind on the size of this one. I just want to cut it down just a tad. It was a little bit too big to fit in there. That's better. I might put this guy over here. I'm just going to make a couple more of those dark green leaf shapes like I made before. All my leftover. Very cute. Battery's about to go flat, so I've just finished off adding a whole bunch of foliage down the bottom. I've popped this little sentiment on, and I've added some foliage up the top, and I think I'm done.